everybody. What's up? It's your girl Val, the forensic gal. I know I have been gone, MIA, and I keep coming back saying, hey, I'm back, and then I disappear again. Well, I am back. And welcome to my show, Cyber Secure You. I hope you guys have been staying cyber secure this time that I've been away, making sure that your information is locked down, at least keep your devices updated. Have you been resetting your passwords? Have you been updating your software? What are we doing? It's not an easy task. Let me tell you, it ends up being like a lot of work because it's like, oh, I got to do this and I got to do that and I need to keep track of this and that. But take it step by step. Take it one day at a time and get those devices and accounts in order. All your apps, everything. It's very important to stay on top of that, especially as we advance more and more in technology. Yeah, them hackers are out there being very, very real with it, which leads me to what we will be talking about today. I found it very interesting, and this is something I was trying to do when I was doing my other show. And I want to say thank you to the poetess because I am now back in the studio because of her. I'm so excited. Anyways, so we're here at her lovely studios. Anyways, digital license plates. Now, they're beautiful. I don't know if you've seen them, but license plates are now digitized. They have those available for sale. They cost roughly about $795 or something like that. Then you have the installation fees and you have the activation fees. It's not something you just take and screw in on your car. The older license plates back in the day, you would just screw them in. Not these. They have to be installed and it takes time to be installed. You have to be very careful with them. They're also made out of like bulletproof glass or like the device. It's similar to that of an iPad. I forget what did they call Dragon Tail glass. And honestly, I was like, what, Dragon Tail glass? Never even heard of it, but okay. They're going extra with it, but I guess so. Very cool license plate. Like you can literally personalize this license plate. Family information, you can advertise. Let's say you have a favorite sports team, you can put that on there. You can publicize your church that you go to. If you have a business, this is what I think is so extra cool about it. And I think I might get one for my Tesla just because of this right here. You can actually publicize your business. It's so awesome that you can publicize your business and it can appear and then disappear. So if you're at a light, you're driving around town, whatever, it can showcase your business on the back of the car on the license plate, which is going to attract those eyeballs, right? Because it's a message that's moving. On your vehicle versus, back in the day, and people still do this, you get those signages and it's magnetic and you magnet it and put it on the vehicle itself, and then you're driving and you see this big old damn sign on the side of someone's car. Now it's gotten classy, and I think it's just, like I said, it's so awesome. All right, moving on. Now, what other features of this digitized license plate? Let me go back and say this. It was created by Neville Boston, and it's something that he created because he wanted there to be an ease of registering your vehicle, and so it's connected to an app. Of course, everything's app related nowadays, right? And everything is done via the app. Registering the vehicle, updating the tags, all of that is digitized. Now they have two types. They have the pro version, and then they have the basic version. So obviously pro, you get all the bells and whistles, you get to advertise and do all that extra stuff at the very lower part of the license plate. And the basic version is just basic. I don't even have anything here in my notes that it's just basic. All right. So anyways, the features of the license plate is it's awesome. I mean, honestly, it's nothing but awesome. When it's funny, I started doing my research on this, and I was looking at the digital license plate because I got a message about the fact that it's hackable, and it has been hacked. Um, but then as I'm investigating it, I'm finding out all these cool aspects to it. And I'm like, what? Oh my God, that's awesome. I think I'm going to get one. Although I don't know, I'm still contemplating. But the features, like I said, you can personalize it, like even parking validation. Yeah, parking validation. Like you don't have to, get the ticket and pay for the ticket and go to the what is it called? Or go to one of those booths and try to pay it there before you leave the garage. Everything is done via the app and transmitted to your personal license plate, this digitized version of your license plate. And it's linked automatically to your vehicle. It's pretty awesome. It's like synchronized in every way, with parking agencies, DMV, any transportation agency, maybe even insurance is going to get involved with this. I don't know if they are already or not. Anyways, no stickers, built-in RFID, which basically allows police and law enforcement to scan a portion of that license plate and pull up all the information on it. How long you've had it. Is it actually on the right vehicle? And so what happens, let's say someone steals the car. This digitized license plate will then put stolen. It will have stolen written on it. And if any officer drives up behind you, boom, they're going to see that it was stolen. So that's actually really cool, right? And the moment someone tries to take it off the vehicle, it goes blank. Just like that. Boom. So they can check out who the owners are of the vehicle, and all that good stuff. And like I said, it goes blank. Now, when the vehicle is stopped and not functioning, that's when you get the advertisements that go on. Like I said, if you're at a red light, you can publicize your business. You can talk about sports. You can talk about the family name. You can talk about the church organization, a nonprofit group, and the list goes on and on and on and on. But these are things that are enabled because it has 16 exchangeable colors, and it's got this microchromatic stable image that is what you first see, but then it can change. Like you see Uber drivers that now have these objects on top of their car, but it's a more of an advertising. It's advertising device, I guess, and it's on the vehicle, and it changes to different advertisers when the vehicle is stopped. And I think also when they're driving, you can see it. That's actually an idea I thought about years before it happened. And, when you sleep, you snooze, you lose. Anyways, so it is also Bluetooth enabled. Now, it got hacked. It got hacked, and the hackers gained access of their application and got in and was able to do damage. Okay, now California was the first state to make this license plate a reality and legal to use. And so what they did was the hackers went in, changed information on the license plate. So I don't know what information they put on there, but they changed the information that was currently on there. They modified any messages. They were able to track the plate. They were able to update and delete the plate. It's kind of crazy. Like, what else do you want? But they can gain so much information about you from the license plate, especially if they go into like they get access into the app that's being used to control the license plate. They're going to get all your information, where you live, all the vehicle information, where, what state it's registered in, your insurance information, may even get your social or something like that. All of the information that the DMV has on you. If this plate gets hacked, the hackers get access to that too. So apparently there are at the time though, we were talking about a few years ago, probably about 6 years ago. Um, there was about 65,000 plates sold, especially in the U.S. Now, that number most likely has grown. Um, but they can jailbreak the plates just like a phone. So think of it like it being your iPhone or one of your Samsung devices or your computer. The hackers were able to get in and jailbreak and get into this device and do what they normally do and extract information and mess with information. Maybe even did a ransomware attack, like, hey, look, sending emails to the person that owns the plate, like, I need this much amount of money in order to release the plate or the information on the plate and get it back to normal operating standards or whatever. They're not going to do that unless you pay them a certain amount of money. Um, and also, this is what I read, that these hackers were able to avoid getting tickets. So let's say they would change the information on the plate to evade paying tolls, or like going on fast track or using the carpool lane. And if they're doing it illegally, it's just one person in the car and there's not like three or more than two. They were able to change that information to avoid paying tolls. Isn't that crazy? Or speeding. If they got caught speeding by one of the cameras that are on the freeways that basically, what is it, CCTV? They can see everybody that's driving up and down the road. And maybe if you're speeding, they can go back and look at the footage and see who that person is and what kind of car they're in. All of that, because of the plate and hacking into that app, they were able to avoid these penalties because they changed the information on the license plate, or they made it go dark. Wild, right? So it's like the police now have a new battle on their hands. It's clever, right? I love the idea. I was like, oh, that's awesome. No longer am I going to have to go to the DMV and stand in line and wait to register my vehicle or anything like that. It has become a seamless process. The only thing is, it can be hacked. And let's say someone takes the car and just like without even the digitized license plate, if they want to take the car and go rob a bank or go to a store and rob the store and do that type of thing, they can make it so that they're not being caught, the person, but you are, because it's your license plate that is being captured and scanned. And so misidentity or identifying the perpetrator can take place in this instance. So guys, look, I think it's cool. It's just another accessory to our digital world, another way someone can gain access to your information. Would I get one? Like I said, I might. It seems like something I'd be interested in. At the same time, I don't know. I still need to do a little bit more research because I'm already dealing with hacking, right? And I've already got people using my information. I had to hire a private detective and all that stuff. We'll have to get into that on another show. But that's what I've been working on since I've been gone, is but tightening up my identity. And this is just another way that hackers can get your information. So, but then if they really want it, I was told when 8 years ago, before all my stuff started, all the shit I've been dealing with, identity wise, that if someone wants your information and they truly want your information, they're going to get your information. So with that said, if this license plate is something that you find cool and you got $1,000 to blow and you want to make your car look cool and you want to save yourself time from going and having to stand in line at the DMV, then this would be the license plate for you. You should check it out. Like I said, there are installation fees and activations fees, but it might be very well worth it. And it might help preserve some of your identifying aspects to your person, So I guess we'll have to see. So that's the end of this particular show. And thank you so much for joining me again. It's your girl, Val, Forensic Gal. Thank you for listening to Cybersecure You, and we will see you on the next show. Peace. Thank you so much for joining me. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.